Hey YouTube, it's Audrey and I'm here for the Cutting Cafe to do a tutorial on how to put the card in a box file together. A lot of times people look at the card in a box files, or some people call them pop-up box cards, and they think this is too hard or this is too much work, but really it's pretty simple to put together and then you get beautiful results. So I'm here to try and walk you through how to put the file together and give you a couple of options of how you can decorate it. So first of all, as with all of Regina's files, they come in versions that can be used on various cutting machines, and they also come in PDF versions. I'm going to show you what the pieces look like on the PDF version, and just know that because you don't have an electronic cutter, that does not prohibit you from making this box. So you could print out the PDF versions, and this would be the actual version of the box piece that you would use. And you will see that there are both solid lines which you would cut out on, and then there are also dashed lines which you will cut, and I will show you that in a minute when I show you the actual pieces. The file also comes with embellishments. There is actually a separate file called Card in a Box Embellishments, and there are different things like flowers, pieces of candy, Christmas trees, wine glasses, hearts, stars, cupcakes, etc. So those would be the embellishment pieces. Then we move on with the rest of the box pieces, and you have here the risers, as they're called, where you would connect the embellishment pieces and then pieces to put the embellishment on. That's what that long rectangle piece is. And then you have optional pieces that you actually don't have to use, but they just make your project look all the more beautiful. So these are optional pieces that you could put on the panels. And then I want to show that it does come with an envelope, and these pieces are for the envelopes. I will not show you the envelopes for purposes of this video, but I just want to let you know that there are envelopes, because once you do these, a lot of times they do not fit in a regular size envelope. So again, here is the box piece. So I have cut out on my cutting machine the actual box piece. So here is the wrong side and here is the right side. So I've used a bright color animal print paper, and then on the other side it is white. Now you could definitely use double-sided paper for this also if you like. Anything that you choose to do as far as the paper and double-sided, you could either enhance it with solid colors or other prints or things like that. So in looking at this, this is just like the PDF version here. So as I mentioned before, you would take it and you cut around, and then you cut slits on those perforated lines there. Okay, move that out of the way. And for me, it's a lot easier if you already do your folds. So fold it up on the line so that you can see what you're working with. And then this little tab, you would cut out the top portion here, and you would just have this little tab here to connect to make your box shape. Okay, so that is the box piece, and then here are the optional pieces. This is the long piece, and I will show you where to put it here, and then there are some short pieces. Those enhance your flaps. Here are your risers. There's two different sizes, and you could mix and match depending on the look that you're going for. Here are the pieces that you would put your embellishments on. And then I have various ones of the embellishments. You got regular balloons, heart balloons, I have some heart shapes, larger hearts. I have a couple sizes of the stars. And then I've also done them in pink. Now, I definitely will not use all of these on this project, but I thought I would show you some options. So that's why I cut them all out. But the box goes together pretty simply and pretty easily once you have it cut out. As I move all of these pieces out of the way. So, you want to decide what side you want your outside to be. So, you could do it with the outsides being white and fold your box like this. And then these pieces would fold down and they would be in color. Or, you could do it this way. And the outside pieces would be the animal print. And then you fold down and you have white. For purposes of this video, that's what I'm going to do, because that way you will have the bottom part of the box decorated, and then you have a canvas to decorate with your pieces. So I'm going to turn it out flat, and I find that it's easier to put these panels, which will go on the ones that fall out, on there. So you take whatever type of glue that you want. Now there is one long panel here, as you can see that a little better, and then there are 3 panels here. So that is what you will use these pieces to cover. So you would take your adhesive, whatever type you choose, and I will just add adhesive to my pieces. I think everybody has their own favorite type of adhesive. So the first one you would just center in the first top panel, the panels that are loose. Okay, then you would do that for all the other ones. So then you would go and put the second one, center it in the middle of the second rectangle. And you have one more smaller one. And you would put that in the third one. So far, so good. So then you have this long piece left, and that will take this piece here. So, and then you would just center that in the center of the long piece. Okay, so now we have those pieces on, and now we just need to connect this to this to make your box. And you would just put glue on that piece. And some people, another option, is that before you put this piece on, you could connect this piece, and then this will go on top so that you won't see the piece inside. It's a little harder to do it that way, but you definitely can do that. But for my purposes, it's just a little easier just to do it this way. So I put a little ATG glue on that piece, and then I will connect it carefully just to meet up at the edges. And then you just kind of press down on it, make sure you have it glued down. So then you have your box. And these pieces fall out. This tall piece doesn't. So see what I'm saying is, for purposes of this video, I did this so that I could show you that when you have a white piece in there like that, you're going to see that extra flap. So if you don't want to see that, you would put this long piece in there on top of that after you have closed the box. So I wanted you to see the difference, if you know what I mean. You would take this long piece, and instead of already having it on there, you glue your box together. Then you would take the long piece and put it down in there so it would cover that strip. Something just to think about when you put it together. Excuse me. But now you have the box. And you have your flaps that fall out. And then you have your undersides that are decorated with the pattern paper. Next, you need your risers. And there are two different ones. So there are a couple ways that you could do the risers. Excuse me. You can fold them on those perforated marks so that you have it looking like this. Or you could take it and fold it in a Z pattern. Either way works. This way gives you a little easier way to gauge. So what you're going to do is you're going to put these inside the box here, right at the top, and they fit right in there, and you can gauge how far to go because the flaps will tell you how far to go. You can put the short piece on this end, the front side, or you could do it on the back side. So then you take this other one and you would do the same thing. Get your fold so that it's like this. And depending on how far you want the pieces out, you could do the front piece first. And then you could do the other piece back here. Hope you're seeing what I'm saying. So I am going to put this piece in the front. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on the flaps. And then I'm going to put this carefully right up to the front of the box, making sure it's even, and then just press it down so that it's adhered. So now you have your first riser spot. I'm going to do the second piece the same way, I'm sorry. So just a little adhesive. And then I'm going to put this one towards the back. And just, it goes flush with the top, flush with the back. And then you have to, this one is a little harder, but if it makes life easier, you can just fold it like this and press it down. That's the good thing about this card, is that it folds for you to put it in your envelope. So this is how you would flatten it out for your envelope. So once you do that, you've also adhered your pieces. So now you have your two riser pieces on the inside. Now you're done with the box. It's simple from here. You just decorate it however you want to. You would take some of the embellishments, and that's why I printed off so many to show you some of the different options that you could have. You could stack pieces, because in several of the embellishments, Regina has made them in 2 pieces where you could stack them and have 3D looks, or you could just go with single layers. So you could take embellishments and your risers, and you'd adhere like embellishments to the risers, and you could put them at different levels. So I'm just going to play a little bit here. You could also take some of your cutouts and you could put them on your flaps, like here. Put stuff on the back. You could place things there. So I'm just going to play a little bit here. So I'm going to take some of my pieces and let's do a balloon piece. Put some adhesive on my riser. I'm going to add my balloon piece here. So I could leave it like that, or I could put another layer on top of that. But I think I'm going to actually put a star piece also on the bottom, just to give it a little more oomph. Okay, so now you have pieces on the riser, and then you would just take your adhesive, and depending on where you want the riser to fall or how much you want, you could put ATG tape to wherever you want it to fall. So now you have one layer, and because you have, if you don't want your risers to show, then you could do something like put a star piece here for different purposes. So I'll add a little bit of ATG tape here on the star tail, and then you can add a star piece there. So you have different ways that you could do it. You could also just layer pieces. Like if I put a pop dot on the heart piece, just put a foam square on the piece here. Take that off. Yeah. And you can pop a heart piece there. Give you a little dimension. Take another riser. And you could see how far you want to put it on the back piece. Let's try it down a little further. So you just play with it, see what works for you. So now you have a piece there, and you could add another heart at the top if you like. And then let's say we add a star here. And like I said, you can do it however you want to. I'm just trying to quickly put stuff together for video purposes. Oops, and I dropped that. So, put another star there. And you can just keep going and building and adding pieces, adding shapes. And you could put pieces on the risers. You could put pieces on the back of the box. You could do whatever you would like. So I might add like a heart shape back there onto the actual back flap. Like that. You can also stick pieces. Get a smaller piece. You can stick pieces to the inside of the box like that, so that you would have pieces coming out. And of course you could coordinate your pieces however you want. If you like to do something like that, or you could add like a star to this side. You could put stars up there. So let's put a star tail up here in the corner of the box, so that you have stars coming out. And then you just keep building and building and building. And then to decorate your side flaps, you can use various pieces. I have 3 hearts here. You could layer the hearts any way you like. And then you just add them onto, say, the sides. Or you could use cutouts. Use your punches to punch out pieces to put on the sides. We like to do it that way. And then you could add a sentiment here. Regina does have sentiments that are included in the file, so you could either add a sentiment there, or you can put a pre-made sticker there. You could add another heart here. Just put a sticker that says happy birthday, congratulations, well done, welcome, whatever you'd like. So just remember, you have all these pieces. You can mix, match, play. You can, you know, put various ones inside, like with the big ones. If you want to layer, you could layer a smaller heart or smaller star. And actually, I am going to do that just to show you kind of what I mean. I think you already know, but just to show you, put a foam square in the smaller star, and then you could just layer it, give you a little bit more dimension. You could do that with the hearts also, because there are smaller hearts. And you just keep going, and you could add yet another stick if you wanted to. You could add one here, another rising stick, and add more embellishments coming out. You could just do multiple things, and I think just for purposes of my video, I'm going to add one more since I have it cut out. So I'll just put my balloon here, and then this one I'm just going to put down a little further, so you kind of look and gauge where you want your pieces to be. And you could cut these off also at any height, so just kind of stick that one in there, and then there you have a quick version of the box. So I'll move this up just a little bit, and there you go. So that's a very quick version of how you do it, but that just shows you that it does go together pretty quickly. So hopefully you will like this file. You'll take it and run with it and be able to make all different kinds of box cards for all different kinds of themes and embellishments. And remember, it all just folds up flat and you put it in your envelope. When a person gets it, they open it up and voila. So thank you for hanging in there and watching this video. I hope that helps. You have a great and very blessed day. Bye-bye.